In today's news headlines, 2 persons lost their lives as a result of a dangerous encounter in the parish of St. James. 2 men lost their lives and a female was hurt when a dangerous individual reportedly invaded an illegal party in St. James on Friday night. The police mentioned that one of the persons who passed away remains unidentified, but the other person has been identified as 36-year-old businessman Kayon Thompson of Bogue Hill in the parish. According to the Corporate Communications Unit of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, close to 11:20 p.m., a party was in full swing in front of a bar in Bogue Hill when a dangerous individual pounced upon a group of partygoers and opened shellings. After the shellings subsided, 3 individuals were found with multiple holes. They were taken to the hospital where Thompson and the unidentified man were pronounced by the medical team. The other individual was treated and released by the medical team in St. James. So far, no motive has been established for this incident. In further news, a 23-year-old man was involved in a shellings incident in the parish of Manchester. The Manchester police are currently investigating the passing of a man in the community of Dunsinane on Saturday. Dunsinane is located in the northwest region of Mandeville. The man who passed away has been identified as 23-year-old Waynaldo Dixon from Pimento Hill District near Town. The police mentioned that he lost his life as a result of a dangerous encounter with unknown individuals on Longview close to 5:17 a.m. According to reports, residents heard loud sounds and alerted the police. Mr. Dixon was later taken to the hospital where he was pronounced by the medical team. Hurricane Ida brought strong winds and storm surges to Louisiana yesterday. Yesterday, Hurricane Ida came ashore as one of the most powerful storms ever to hit the United States, taking off roofs and reversing the flow of the Mississippi River as it rushed from the Louisiana coast towards New Orleans and one of the nation's most important industrial corridors. The Category 4 storm hit on the same date that Hurricane Katrina ravaged Louisiana and Mississippi 16 years ago. It came ashore about 45 miles or 72 kilometers west of where Category 3 Katrina first hit land, with winds up to 150 miles per hour. Ida tied for the 5th strongest hurricane to ever hit the United States mainland. The rising ocean swamped the barrier island of Grand Isle as landfall came just to the west at Port Fourchon. The hurricane made a second landfall about 2 hours later near Galliano. It was churning through the far southern Louisiana wetlands, with more than 2 million persons living in and around New Orleans and Baton Rouge under threat. This is going to be a much stronger hurricane than they usually see, and if they had to draw up the worst possible path for a hurricane in Louisiana, it would be something very, very close to what they are experiencing with Ida. Persons in Louisiana woke up to a monster storm after Ida's top winds grew by 45 miles per hour or 72 kilometers per hour in 5 hours as the hurricane moved through some of the warmest ocean waters in the world in the northern Gulf of Mexico. The winds from Ida tore at awnings as water spilled out of Lake Pontchartrain in New Orleans and boats broke loose from their moorings. Engineers detected a negative flow on the Mississippi River as a result of storm surge. The storm surge is simply tremendous. They can see where the roofs have been blown off the port buildings in many places. Officials mentioned that Ida's swift intensification from a few thunderstorms to a massive hurricane in just 3 days left no time to organize a mandatory evacuation of New Orleans' 390,000 residents. The residents stayed in the city as the storm passed by yesterday. One person mentioned that he felt confident riding out the storm at his home in New Orleans, Lower 9th Ward, which is one of the city's hardest hit neighborhoods, when levees failed and released a torrent of flood water during Katrina. His home was among those that was rebuilt with the help of actor Pitt to withstand hurricane force winds, but the memory of Katrina still hung over the latest storm. The region getting Ida's worst includes petrochemical sites and major ports, which could sustain significant damage. Casters have mentioned that winds stronger than 115 miles per hour or 185 kilometers per hour threatened Yoma, a city of 33,000 that supports all platforms in the Gulf. The hurricane was also threatening neighboring Mississippi, where Katrina demolished oceanfront homes. With Ida approaching, some persons chose to evacuate their homes to the east of Gulfport in Mississippi as waves started pounding the shores. In comparison to the August 29, 2005 landfall of Katrina, which weighed heavily on residents bracing for Ida, Katrina was blamed for 1,800 loss of lives as it caused levee breaches and catastrophic flooding in New Orleans. Ida's hurricane-force winds stretched 50 miles or 80 kilometers from the storm's eye, or about half the size of Katrina, and the New Orleans infrastructure official mentioned that the city is in a very different place than it was 16 years ago. The levee system has been massively overhauled since Katrina. Whilst water may not penetrate levees, it was mentioned that forecasts of up to 20 inches or 50 centimeters of rain proved true. The city's underfunded and neglected network of pumps, underground pipes, and surface canals likely will not be able to keep up with these rainfall levels. Approximately 590,000 customers were already without electricity late Sunday afternoon. The Louisiana Department of Environmental Quality was in contact with more than 1,500 oil refineries, chemical plants, and other sensitive facilities, and will respond to any reported pollution leaks or petroleum spills. We hope that the persons in Louisiana and Mississippi will remain safe as Ida passes by. We would also like to extend our condolences to the families and friends of the two individuals who lost their lives in St. James recently, and to the family and friends of the individual who lost his life in Manchester. Thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. Take care. Goodbye.